Sheung, it will interest you that Mallam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, when he came to Kaduna, he came as a greenhorn in politics, without base, without any structure. We were the foot soldiers that ensured that he clinched his ticket and became the governor. Like you rightly said, I was Director General of the campaign in 2015 and in 2019. And in my life, I have never regretted taking actions like following or joining hands to support Mallam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai. It is highly regrettable because he was laundered to us as a nationalist. But what we saw of Mallam Nasir El-Rufai under the 8 years of leadership in Kaduna State is nothing but politics of exclusion, politics of discrimination, and the politics of divide and rule. Mallam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai thrives in crisis. When he joins heads, that is when he thrives. So he used religion, he used other means through religion and tribes and sentiments to knock the head so that he can have his way through. And then talking about...
Well, just for a moment.
Yes.
This was your former boss. You served as a special advisor under him on political matters. At what point did you realize it? When you were benefiting from his appointment, you didn't realize that he knocks people's heads.
If he says benefit, he can come and tell you the benefits. The Bible says you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth.
But I'm saying, were you an advisor under him or not?
Yes, I succeeded the current governor as political advisor when he went to the Senate.
Did you work with El-Rufai or not?
I did work with him.
Were you being paid to do that job or not?
Paid? As in my salary?
An advisor? Yeah, you were being paid.
Yes, of course.
You worked for the government.
Yes,
you worked with El-Rufai.
Yes.
But you didn't see that is all these kind of things that you described now.
Loyalty to party, Sheung. Loyalty, I'm a very strong party loyalist.
At what point did you realize that El-Rufai is what you had described him of?
All through his time, but we have been stomaching this so that the party can go, and then we believe in the future that by the grace of God, we are going to have a person that will redeem the ills that Mallam Nasir El-Rufai meted on the good people of Kaduna State.
So you took the job, although you realized that El-Rufai was a bad person, but yet you still were working with him.
I didn't know he was a bad person because he was
laundered. At what point did you
laundered.
realize that he was a bad person?
Sometime when he began his leadership as governor of Kaduna State.
But how long did you work with him?
I've worked with him. I was a local government chairman in Jaba local government, executive secretary, Kaduna State Emergency Management Agency, and then I was also the political advisor. I succeeded the current governor.
As a political advisor?
Yes, please.
But you were the one advising him to do Muslim
There's something,
ticket.
no. There's something about Mallam Nasir El-Rufai. He will come and read a script and then you have to follow.
He doesn't listen.
He didn't discuss with us his decision to do a Muslim ticket. It was his own agenda to set a confusion in the state. And that is why he made a false and a spurious allegation that the Christians in Kaduna State from the southern Kaduna axis are just 25% or less, which is not true. Is a falsehood that he has laundered into the public space.
Let's clarify that,
yes.
Because I asked that question yesterday about the population and whether or not politically, and I mean, his position perhaps was that politically, a political exigency.
Yes, to justify his actions, Sheung. Even in the far northern part of Kaduna State, in Kubo, Ikara, Makarfi, there are Christians in good number. So what he's saying is nothing but the peddling of falsehood. Now, let me say something very clear and categorical. Having served and being the Director General of this campaign, he did not even find us worthy to respect us and then treat our people with fairness. Sheung, I fought my elders to a standstill to ensure that we brought Mallam Nasir El-Rufai to government. And all he had to do was to exclude us and then treat the southern Kaduna people like lepers. That was the kind of thing he meted. So he joined the heads of Kaduna State and sharply divided Kaduna State. But thanks be to God, we have a consummate Democrat, a passionate and a compassionate leader in the person of Senator Obasani, who means well. That is why immediately he came on board as the governor of Kaduna State. He met a sharply divided state, and the first thing he did was to cement relationship. He brought the two extreme ends of Kaduna State to become one, and confidence building came. And then the next thing was championing the security situation with the help of the National Security Adviser and our community leaders, religious leaders, and stakeholders in those communities that suffered the mayhem and insurgents came together with a non-kinetic idea to go about quelling and subduing these insurgents by herdsmen, kidnappers, and all that. What did they do? In a community, they can easily pinpoint the people that are doing that and then those that are associated with them. So a party came on board and they sat together and had a common understanding on value for life and prosperity for Kaduna State. And by the grace of God, miles have been achieved in terms of security. Very recently, we went round across the 23 local government areas. Birnin Gwari, Giwa, Zangon Kataf, Kauru, you know, and other local governments, Zangon Kataf, that were all experiencing the harshness of this insecurity. They confessed that in a very long time, kidnap has never taken place and no life was lost.
Let me ask you.
This was said to us by district heads and religious leaders.
How much are these district heads get, how much do they get to maintain peace in those areas?
Honestly, I don't have an idea of the amount.
Well, I mean, there are some, there is a sum of money that is allocated to at least get some calm in those areas for them to be able to work out the peace in the area.
Sure, I'm not in position to say because I didn't work directly where the security vote is being allocated. I am not privy to that information.
But what about the story of bandits being, you know, given some money just to calm them down because they feel it's about criminality, and when they have been settled economically, that's where the quiet has come.
Okay, Shaun, let me tell you. As the local government chairman of Jaba local government, during the Security Council meeting, we were asked to come with our traditional heads. The Pope Ham Jaba Ham was sitting by my right-hand side. Sometime in December 2016, when Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, with air of arrogance, said to the sitting that he had to pay herdsmen so that they will not longer commit mayhem or kill lives and all that they have been doing. What was the result? It aggravated more than 100%. This government, under a consummate leader and Democrat, a father of politics in Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and our amiable and visionary leader, distinguished Senator Obasani, commander of the Niger, nothing of such was done. The National Security Adviser has made mention of this, and over time, we know that no penny, not a single kobo, was given to any bandit. But Mallam Nasir El-Rufai prides himself in using taxpayers' money to pay bandits, to pay herdsmen, and what was the result? Untold lives. You cannot count the number of lives that have been lost. People were living in fear. People were living with one eye closed. They cannot even sleep. They cannot go to farm to earn legitimate money so that they can take care of their families and their children in school. And guess what? While they were going through this, Mallam Nasir had the temerity to hike the school fees of Kaduna State University. These parents, some are farmers, some are the civil servants he sacked. Where on earth do you expect them to raise this money and pay so that their children will go to school? They withdrew from school.
Mr. Kure.
But with thanks to our amiable governor, he came and reversed this unholy policy.
Let me ask
and these children came back, a good number of them graduated, and a good number of them are in school.
Right, I wanted to find out just how easy is it when you get kidnapped victims from these bandits. You didn't pay them anything, but you couldn't arrest them and you couldn't kill them. What do you think an average right-thinking person in the society would think went on?
Sean, it's very simple. Appealing to the emotions and making them to understand the reality and the value for life. And so because these people...
So it's about dialogue.
It's about dialogue.
So the
not
government...
kinetic.
Yeah, so the government of Kaduna has been dialoguing with these people.
Absolutely.
And that's why they've been talking to them.
They've been talking to them, our traditional leaders, our religious fathers, and also stakeholders, because they know some of the people that are participating in these heinous crimes. So they brought them and reversed their thinking, and so they saw the need to live in peace so that there can be progress and development.
Give me a moment, please. Let me come back to Mr. Ben Kure. Now, in all of what is going on,
yes,
because I asked Mallam yesterday, what is at the heart of the seeming rancor between the former governor? Is it an issue of betrayal? There are those who think that the governor has betrayed his political godfather. Is that fair?
Okay, Sharon, before I quickly answer that, let me make a little clarifications to earlier questions asked. One, don't forget that I was Director General of the campaign in 2015-2019, and so a laborer is worthy of his wages. Number two, you talked about why were we quiet until now. There is something called the oath of secrecy. Now let me tell you something, Sharon, why Mallam even came to the studio. Mallam suffered a woeful defeat in the August 16 by-elections that took place, and APC won clean line and clean in Kajuru and Chukun constituency, federal constituency, where he laundered and tried to campaign for the SDP candidate. Don't forget that the SDP suspended him for 30 years. He went there and caused confusion. Those are his characteristics. He also suffered defeat in Zaria, Kure, and Basawa state constituency. He suffered a woeful defeat. So trying to recover from this defeat and come back to the political space, he needed to organize a sort of program in Kaduna under the auspices of ADC. Now, the owners of ADC have an issue with him. They are not with him in this program that he went to do, so there was a clash. He wanted to come back to the political space as a superstar. Now, going back to the issue of the untold hardship that was suffered in Kaduna State during his tenure. 8 local governments suffered: Kajuru, Kauru, Zangon Kataf, Birningwari, Giwa, Kaura, Kachia. They all suffered. What did they suffer? Over 200 schools were closed down. Imagine young children with a future, it was dashed. Yeah. Over 150 primary healthcare centers shut down as a result of paying herdsmen to stop this.
So, was El-Rufai paying bandits and herdsmen?
He did. He said it. You have it on record.
You worked in that government?
He did. He told us. There are traditional chiefs that are witnesses. He said it is everywhere. If you Google, you will see it. Now, back to the question you just asked. El-Rufai for 8 years has put Kaduna State in nothing but pain, tears, and blood. What Fela simply said, he left sorrow, tears, and blood. Those are his trademark and signature. Well, listen, please, I'm coming. You asked a fundamental issue. Let me clarify. Okay. When Ubasani came, he took oath of office to be fair to all. So Ubasani bridged the gap that was sharply created by Mallam Nasir El-Rufai. He rebuilt confidence in the good people of Kaduna State, where in the past, during the tenure of Nasir El-Rufai, it is we versus them. Now together in unity is what is happening.
But if El-Rufai was that bad,
listen, please,
just hold on,
please,
sir.
just a minute.
No, hold on.
Betrayal or so.
Yeah.
Let me explain. Senator Ubasani, our amiable governor and leader, has succeeded in bringing a peaceful coexistence. He is a man of peace, and so he has recorded milestones in quick development. Even projects that were abandoned by El-Rufai when he came to power, projects that were earmarked by some of our leaders, like late Sir Patrick Ibrahim Yakowa, who tried to exercise balance in Kaduna State. El-Rufai came and jettisoned these policies and went on his own spend-free programs. Senator Ubasani has now restored hope in the people of Kaduna State, confidence building projects. Now over 255 primary healthcare centers being attended to, over 14 general hospitals that were abandoned.
Mr. Kure, because we're out of town.
Yes,
just a moment.
Please listen.
No.
I'm trying to make you understand when the question
it's not an address. It's an interview. So I get to ask a question, but you don't go on a tangent.
There's no betrayal. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
Senator
that's the summary.
Ubasani is doing pretty well. He has cemented Kaduna State. Kaduna State has moved on from the period of pain, tears, and blood under the leadership of Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai.
If El-Rufai was that bad, he held the hands of Ubasani, and Ubasani won the election.
It will amaze you that I know he knows he never planned to give Ubasani. He promised his deputy governor, Dr. Hadiza Balarabe, Lamido Balarabe, Sabwa. He promised that Tijo, the deputy governor in Central Bank. He promised Ubasani. How do you hold that kind of person who is inconsistently inconsistent with what he says?
When you say this, yes. Because there are those who understand how politics work. You yourself, you were with Isa Ashiru.
Yes.
You were one of those Isa Ashiru donated to El-Rufai after he
didn't donate it. You know,
because
in the
Isa
game of
Ashiru
politics,
wanted to work.
Listen, in the game of politics, you are under one umbrella. There is a winner and a loser. At the end of the day, you consolidate and move for the party's interest. That is what happened.
But the man that you are describing is the same person that assimilated you into his group. And
don't forget, I was his director general of campaign.
But now all of a sudden the man is evil. All of a sudden the man is a bad man.
We never knew he possesses all the things I'm saying. It is not a hidden thing. It is open, Sheung. Wherever he goes is crisis. That is why SDP suspended him for 30 years. That is why he has joined the heads and knocked Kaduna State and caused
We're totally out of time, Mr. Kure.
Ubasani